Hey guys, this is Comic Can, and I really wanted to show you one of my favorite webcomics from when I was in the Cubert School. I think I started reading it either before or during the Cubert School, and I came across it on Tapas, and I was just like, all this Tapas stuff looks the same. And then there was this one thing on the front page that said The Witch's Throne. I was just like, oh, Witch's Throne? All right, well, let's see if this is good, because that's the eye that I look at everything with, and when it comes to webtoons or webcomics or whatever, I'm just like, okay, let's see if it's gonna be any good, and then I'll click on it, and then I'm looking for any reason to start to click off and just go do something else. But this one, from the start, just pulled me in, and I was just like, wait a minute, this got some sauce in it. And what I wanted to introduce you to was like the main character and her ability, which is probably one of the coolest abilities that I've ever seen in manga or anime, in Shounen or webtoons, webcomics, whatever. It was just so much of a surprise when I first saw her using it, and it's gonna be kind of a spoiler when I show you, but I think if that doesn't make you want to read the rest of the comic, I don't know what will. So yeah, let me just get to it. Like, her ability, so the main character, her name is Agni. Let me give you a good look at her. This is Agni Arvel, and she is one of the characters who is aiming to take down the witch who rules over their world. And she started off like a normal little girl, and then she grows up. There's a time skip in the beginning, and it shows how she's changed into this weirdo with no arms. Look at it. Her arms are skeletons, and there's no reason why nobody answers that. Like, the author doesn't answer that question at the beginning. You're just left there wondering, like, why she got skeleton hands? It doesn't make any sense. And she's just like completely normal with it. And then one eye is blue and the other one's black. She's just been doing some weird stuff to herself the whole time, and it's just like, is she good? But you just come to know her over the course of the story, and like, she's stronger than she looks. Like, these two characters are trying to beat her ass, and then and she just stands there. She doesn't even feel it. Like, she's not phased. Their levels are too low. So everyone in this series has levels, and these characters' levels are like, I don't know, I forget, like 32 or 40 something, and then she's level 99. And that's actually the highest level you can be in this story. But you can be varying degrees of level 99. Like, you can be S class 99, you can be like A class 99. It's just like, once you get past that level 99 benchmark, there's varying degrees of how skilled you are and how strong you are. So that's not the highest level you can, that's not the highest skill ceiling of just hitting level 99. So let me show you how she uses the power at first, and then how she uses it later on. So at first, she's a alchemist. So she makes potions and that have like varying effects. They can heal you, or they can explode. And how she uses the power is to crack the glass on the potion that she has, and it can explode in your face and nearly kill you. Or she can give you a healing potion, and that will bring you back to full health and all that stuff. She's been spending all her time like mastering her ability as an alchemist. And so then later on, we see how she makes use of both her abnormal hands and arms and her vials of potions and whatnot to craft a new ability for herself that she can use to fight. And let me show you how she actually ends up doing that. So Agni, like, she realizes that she could break the glass. She could break the glass potion around her hand, and then it leaves some sort of coating on it. And then that she understands, like, oh, that's something that I could use in battle. And she thinks like the best of the best shonen characters in any anime you've seen or a manga you've read, and she's always trying to level up her skills and whatnot. And then she comes up with this, and I was just like, when I first saw this, I was just like, this is so badass, this is so cool. Because now it's making use of the arms, but it's making it look really cool at the same time. Let me see if there was some build up to that. Yeah, there you go. And then she pulls the cork on her glass vials of her potion, and then it becomes her power. There you go. And then she uses it to punch, and it's like, okay, cool, yeah, that becomes something as well. And of course she calls out her attack. She has like what does she call it? Alchemist knuckle jelly shot, and that's her attack. And it's like, this guy read One Piece. I know this guy read One Piece. And then she does it again, and it becomes even cooler. Like, she has another potion, and then she cracks it open on her fist, and then we get this shot right here. Like, that is badass. That's so cool. I was reading this, I was just like, I can't stop reading this. I need to read every chapter, because that's so cool. I mean, look at that. And then what is it? Yeah, it's just how she uses it, how she uses the power, and then you know, their training and all that stuff, and just the blasts that come out. And it's just really cool. Like, this is the effect of their clash. And it's dope. And then one more shot from later in the comic when they're doing a training exercise versus monsters is she's got her power going, and she's fighting a dragon, and she comes from above. And then this is like the most One Piece moment that I saw from this story. Like, she comes down on it and does a blast, like she punches it from up above, and it's like, dang, that's a Luffy moment right there. I don't know from which episode, but you know, that's just, it's so One Piece coded, you know. It's just like, yeah, that's this guy knows Ball. Like, he knows One Piece. And speaking of Ball, I actually watched this animated pilot called Killer Princess, which had a moment in it that made me go like, because I believe that this creator was also inspired by the same power that the main character has in The Witch's Throne. So it was cool to see that being utilized in animation. But yeah, this was a really fun series to read. I wish I could get volume 2 at Walmart when it was at Walmart, but I was lucky enough to find this and buy it. And then one day when I get more money, I will buy issue or volume 2. And I think the series is actually finished. It's finished running on Tapas now, and you could just read the whole thing. So I'm gonna have to finish that at some point. But I remember when it was coming out earlier on, I was just super into it, because it's not only well written, but it's just really good shonen style storytelling that's coming from a pure webcomic. Like, this is not a webtoon. This is it's drawn in that scrolling style, but it's posted on Tapas, and it is its own thing. Like if it wasn't posted on Tapas, it would just be a regular webtoon, but this is really well realized, really well drawn. So yeah, I highly recommend it. One of the coolest powers in shonen history, in webtoons, webcomic history. And yeah, I wholeheartedly recommend The Witch's Throne by Cerdric Caballes. So yeah, and with that, I also recommend my own webcomic. It's called Saintly. It is a demon chase horror action comedy about two best friends who have to outrun the demon loan sharks that they borrowed from. Basically, it's like Scooby-Doo meets K-pop demon hunters without the K-pop. And the story backs the main character into a corner where she has to decide between the hard path to success or lose her soul to the lure of easy money. And we get to see the ramifications of her choice, and if she can hide this deal with the devil from her friend, or if it will tear them apart. And I hope you read my comic in the description and check out the story. It should appear in your email inbox or your spam folder if you don't see it. So thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.